things such as brochures and business cards. If your company needs to save time and money, check New Dimensions out on the web at www.newdimensionsinc.org or by calling Gary O'Brien at 989-892-8883.
Hi, and thanks for joining E! Tonight I'm at Bay Regional's Auxiliary Charity Gala, their 52nd annual. Joining me tonight is Cynthia Ferris and Peggy Davey from the Auxiliary. Ladies, thank you so much for having me this evening. Your event is beautiful, and I can't wait to experience what you have going on this evening. Now, every year you pick a different area of the hospital where you kind of have a need, and this year I understand you've chosen the cardiovascular unit. Correct? Can you tell me a little bit about why maybe this year you've chosen the cardiovascular unit?
Well, we are actually this year celebrating at the hospital the 10th year of open heart surgery, and so this is a way to kind of highlight our cardiologists. We have 10 cardiologists at the hospital. Some of them will be in attendance at the ball tonight, and we're going to showcase them and have them come up and introduce them.
Why don't you tell me a little more about maybe what people are going to experience tonight while they're here?
Well, we're starting with cocktails and hors d'oeuvres from 6 to 7 o'clock, and then we have an elegant seated dinner starting at 7 o'clock. And then we have a show band here from Detroit, Skyline and the Backstreet Horns. It's a 10-piece orchestra, which is wonderful. They play music from the 20s through today's with quite a variety of music, so that should be great entertainment for our guests.
Well, you ladies look lovely, and thank you so much for having us. I think it sounds like a great event and a great time.
Very nice party, and it's one of the biggest attendance that we've had in quite a few years, and we're really proud that a lot of employees are coming this year too.
That's great, especially when your employees support what's going on at the hospital. So thank you so much. Thank you. Also joining me is Michelle Wilson from Rivers Bend Rehabilitation. And Michelle, you and Rivers Bend have stepped up this year to be the major sponsor for this event for the Auxiliary, and I want to thank you for doing that. And why is it that Rivers Bend sees it as such an important thing to be a part of this event?
Well, I think one of the most important reasons is that Bay Medical is the only hospital in this area, and it gives back to the community, and I think it's very important to give back through the hospital. They do a lot of good, equipment-wise, reaching out to the community in all different avenues.
That's great, Michelle. Thank you. I mean, you're there when somebody's baby is born until the very end by being a part of the hospital. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Rivers Bend, for being a part of tonight's great festivities.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you.
And now joining me is Dr. Robert Holmes, and Dr. Holmes is one of the cardiothoracic surgeons here at Bay Regional. And Dr. Holmes and I were going to talk a little about the spectrum of care from the proactive and taking care of yourself before you're sick to what happens maybe even after you've been sick. So Dr. Holmes, what does Bay Regional offer? What do they do?
Well, as far as the cardiac services, Erin, anywhere from the excellent EMS people that would pick somebody up in an ambulance and bring them to the hospital, to the emergency department, the intake. We're prepared to handle emergencies, heart attacks, etc. In fact, we have a very well-organized system of getting patients into the cardiac catheterization laboratory for acute interventions for heart attacks, and as well as elective patients coming from the doctor's offices. And not only can we provide the full gamut of the medical and interventional services as well as the open heart surgery, the care in the hospital and the intensive care unit and the step-down units, etc., is excellent. And then all the way to the rehabilitation phases to see a patient all the way through the process and get back to health.
And Dr. Holmes, with cardiac issues, time really is of the essence, and really that follow-up care is important. Just because you feel better doesn't mean you stop. You have to really keep up with your follow-up care.
Absolutely.
Correct? And now we're celebrating 10 years, which is great. So you probably started off pretty small and have grown. What's changed since the inception?
Well, in 1999, it was recognized that there was a need for open heart services at Bay Regional Medical Center because there was a very large number of people that were coming to the cardiologists there and coming through the cardiac catheterization laboratory, and they would all have to be sent out of town. And once it was justified in the eyes of the state of Michigan, then the program started. And about the first year, I would say, less than 200 patients were having open heart surgery at Bay Regional Medical Center, and now the number is more like 450.
Wow.
So it has grown quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
And we're taking care of not only the majority of patients with heart disease in Bay County, but also points beyond, especially up towards West Branch, Houghton Lake, towards Tawas, somewhat towards Gladwin, and even patients coming from the Thumb.
Okay.
So it's becoming a true regional referral center now.
It's nice to have that really more locally than we realize in our own backyard.
Yes.
So, Dr. Holmes, I appreciate your time, and I'm sure Dr. Holmes would
My
tell all of
pleasure.
us to eat better, make some wiser choices, and stop smoking now.
And exercise.
Exercise, it can't hurt. It hurts, but it can't hurt. Thank you, Dr.
You're
Holmes. Have a
welcome.
great
Merry
evening.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That's to be Simon for the holiday wishes. I don't know. Wishes. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm here right now with Cynthia. Well-dressed people. With a lot of really well-dressed people. And Peggy Davies, excuse me.
Hello? Josh, where are you? Why aren't you here? We're at the bar waiting for you.
I'm in the bathroom.
That show. That show. That